Hello everyone, my name is Jitendra Bafna. I am a senior MuleSoft architect. In this video, we will going to see Anypoint Custom Policies Part 3. So till now, what we have done, we have created a custom policies where we can log request and the response with some expression fields, So you can provide the expression to log that field, and we have deployed the 1.0.2 a custom policy into Mule runtime. Okay, into Mule Anypoint Manager. So I have this particular API, so basically I let me close this. I have this particular API which give me a response with particular, let me go to where is my response. Let me, okay, this is my response. Okay, so basically I want to log a client IP. Basically, how can I do that? So I have deployed this particular proxy on my API managers, and I have already deployed the policies. So I can say apply new policy, Mule login. I can say apply latest one 1.0.1. I can say configure policy. This is my custom policy which we have write. Then you can provide a expression. You can say payload dot. You can copy that field name. It's client IP. I can say client IP. This is my expression. Do you want to now log request payload? We don't have any request payload for get method, right? Even if we do that, it will like log some empty value and response payload. Yes, we want to, you know, uh, log the response payload. You can apply the policy. Once you apply the policy, it may take like some seconds, some few seconds or few minutes. It's got applied. So let me go to one more place. I have one automated policy. I will remove it to make sure we are doing right. So let me check to my runtime manager whether my policy has been applied or not. So I can check the logs of this policy. Yeah, it's applied. So let me test it and let me check whether it able to logged or not. Okay, I got 500 server error. I don't know why. Let me check why 500 server error. Let me go to my code and let me check if everything is correct. So payload is right, and 3 curly bracket log expression is right, and let me check whether I define the type equals to expression. Expression is correct type, and the payload dot client IP must be right. Okay, so what I have done, you got it, because we don't have anything in the body, right? And I have put the variable, and that variable is filled, but this particular things we are getting in the response. But if you see in my logic where I am reading this client IP before response, right? So this particular thing will never work, right? So we will fix that later. So I can go to my runtime API manager, and I will just remove that particular thing, so it don't evaluate that particular expression. So let me log out my Anypoint platform. I don't know, something is gone wrong. Okay, now it's correct. So I can go to my API time zone API and I can quickly go to policy. I can just remove that expression from header because we are get right, we don't have a request body, right? So that's why it got filled. I will apply it. I will show that also. Then I can go to my runtime manager and wait whether it got logged or not. So basically it takes some time for policy to get applied. I can go to logs. Okay, the policy has been applied. Now let me check send. We got successful 200 and it should see. So basically you can see this is the like response. You can see that has been like has been logged, and this is like something related to request, so which like doesn't matter, like nothing is logged related to request. So because it's like in request we don't have anything. Okay, so now I will just do some changes. So I want to like I want a name value pair instead of that particular expression. I want a name value pair. So what I can do, I can go to mule login demo YAML file, and what I can do, I can make this as a key values. So key values, both keys and values support expression. I don't want any default values. Can remove it, and I will say this is the request log expression. Then I can define one more property, which is response log expression. Provide response log expression. Also I want to have a header. I want to log the header also. So what I can do, I can define some more fields. So I can say inbound header. So that is the request headers. Inbound headers. I can say response payload, doesn't matter, just give some better good thing. Anything you can give it here, and even it's not compulsory. uh, Provide response, that is fine. Here I can say request headers. It is a key values. Then I can define response outbound header. Key values pair. Okay, so I have defined few fields and we will try to implement those. We will like we have defined that inbound header, outbound header, request. I will make this better, request log expression, response log expression. Okay, so now it's a key value pair and there can be a multiple key value pair. Okay, so for that I can use a for each. I can use h each request. So I can copy that. I don't do the mistake again. I can say response payload. I can go there. I can say response payload sorry, it should be request payload log expression. Okay, I can copy this. Okay, so I cut this, so I'm like looping through all the expression, then I will log it, then I will complete my each loop same ways. Like now I want to read a key and value, so there is a keyword called this dot key to read the value, and I want to read the value, so I'm reading the key value. Okay, copy this policy, this thing, apply for response header also, for response expression. Okay, so for response, now I will copy this for each again, so we have a inbound header and all those things also. So you can say copy that inbound header better, request inbound headers, copy that. Simply you can write, its inbound header will come here, then outbound header will execute after this. Okay, so try to explain. So if so request payload, if we checkbox, it will like log the request payload. Request log, you can provide the any expression, you can query parameter here, even I don't want to write this also, but let I have written that. So basically I generally want to keep my headers and other expressions separate, that's why I kept it. So basically I am logging like my request log expression. You can provide any expression for reading header, query parameter, or any payload field, and it will loop through each name value pair and it will log. So you can use this dot key and this dot value to read that. Same thing with headers, it will loop through all the headers which we have provided. Same thing, it will like whatever comes after the next, it will execute when response comes. So it will like try to log the payload, then it will response log expression. You can provide the response payload expression, and for outbound headers like that. So I will save this. I will go to my form.xml and I will change it the version. I will save everything. Okay, then I can deploy, mvn deploy. So let's wait while it's deploying the application. Once it deploy the application, we will test it. Okay, the policy has been deployed. I can go to my API manager. Okay, I can go to policies and I can remove this one, remove it, apply new policy. You will see 1.0.2, check configure policy, and you will see a lot of thing on page now. So you can see a response log expression Okay, so some mistake again, it's not a response log expression. So I have done like, let me check. Yeah, this is fine, only text issue. I can say it's a request log expression, but that's fine. So or I can redeploy it once again. Let me check if any mistake in policy request provide expression okay, then you can see request payload inbound headers outbound header everything on the screen. So let me just correct the name and redeploy it. So you can go to, it request provide a request expression to log, save everything, change the version in pom.xml, save it and deploy it. So let's wait while it's deploying the policy. So I will cancel this. You can go to API administration. So I will be waiting till it deploy the policy again. So guys, I will upload this code to GitHub, so you can get this code from the GitHub. Basically I think it's already there, so you can search in GitHub also, with custom policy. So I built it. Let me go back to my this particular thing, API manager, and I can apply the policy. I can go to policies, apply new policy. It should be 1.0.3 now. Configure. Here you can provide a request log expression. I don't have anything in request, but I want to log a client IP, so I can provide either a text or you can, it support expression also. Here I can provide the expression payload dot, let me check how, it's a client underscore IP. I also have one requirement to you can click on this plus sign. I also want to log basically date time when we have requested. So date time, so you can say hash, it support expression as well as text also in key value pair both. And I can copy a date time, or I can simply write it plus. Okay, for request I don't have any body, right, because it's a get method. I want to yeah, definitely I want to log the response payload. Inbound header, I can send some few inbound header. I can say test header, and in test header if you want to read the header I can say payload dot headers contain, I can say test, I want to read a test header. Also I want to read a inbound contain type, so I can write hash payload dot headers so let me check contain type. So this is my expression number 2. For outbound header I will say response contain type. I can copy this. I think response come as a small content type. Okay, or any other parameters coming in the response you can check in detail, but that is fine. Like, I want to just provide that much only. So now I provided all this thing. I can apply the policy. Also, like, make sure you send the test header in the request so it can log test. like this. I can go to runtime manager to check whether policies has been applied or not. If there is any error, it can tell you the error also. While applying it, just verify whether everything is correct or like anything is wrong. Go to policies and check the logs. Think the policies has been applied just now, everything is correctly, so I can send a request and let's see what are the things it logged. Let me check again what I have done, or let me check the code. It's outbound response log expression, this dot key, this dot value, this is perfect, perfect, everything is right here. Request log payload, inbound headers, for each is right, it's fine here. Let me check the API manager. That's a I think there's some issue with expression, so let me correct if there's any issue with expression or payload dot, that is correct, response payload is right. Payload dot, oh yeah, I have done mistake, right? It's not a payload, it's an attribute. Okay, let me remove this. So you can say request header is something like that, I want test. I will quickly write this. It should be attribute. We read the header using the keyword attributes dot headers. Now you can say test. You can add it, copy this. You can say uh, request content type. Even we are not giving any content type, we are not sending any request in content type. Attributes, let's make sure like we are correctly doing this thing. Now I can say response content type has, it should be attributes, not payload. Okay, so payload dot header content type and content type, like now you can apply the policy. It should work now. You can go to API runtime manager. Let's see with policies applied, because it will apply the policy again. You can go to logs. Okay, it's applied. Hopefully this time it will work. We got the successful response, and let's see what things has been logged. So basically it has logged the request header which we have passed. It have logged the request content type. It has also logged the response payload. It has logged the client IP, and it has also logged the date time, like this, and the response content type must be there. Or okay, that's fine, like I think I haven't added it, so it has logged those things. Okay, so let me go back to API manager once again. I think I have forget to click on that plus button, that's why it's not logged the content type. So we will add it right now. Yes, I think we haven't added it. Now I think so. What I have done, I have forget to click on this plus sign. So you should always click on this plus sign. Okay. So now response content type is also there. So apply the policy. Go back to runtime manager. Yeah, now check. Send the request. Got 200. Let's check. Now it has logged the response content type also, date time, client IP, payload, and the request content type and the test header also, right? So this is how you can create a custom policies using MuleSoft. This is how you can package your custom policy. uh, okay, and what we have learned in this video, we like how to create custom policy, how to deploy it, how to package it, how to apply the custom policies. Okay, I hope you like this video. If you like the video, please click on like and subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and I have already uploaded the code into the GitHub. You can get the code from there. I will provide the link in the comment section of this video.